everybody, it's Micheline from Michoumakes here. I am busy making up a dress, and it is the dress that I told you, the Viv Mom Dress, and I bought some corduroy, and I showed you the corduroy. It's the Viv Mom Dress. Let's start again. I'm making yet a third dress. It's a third dress that's a copy of one of the Viv Mom dresses that I liked, and I'll put the link here. I'll put the link up here to let you see the video about it. But it was a dress that I thought it was a dress she made, and I thought it was lovely. So I made two, and I made them from my fabric stash that I wanted to get rid of, and they turned out lovely. But I thought I would like to make it in a corduroy. Ideally, I would have liked to make it in a navy blue corduroy or a black corduroy, but I wasn't going to spend that much money until I tried it out. So it happened that Pound Fabrics had some green, it's an army green colour corduroy, needle cord. So I got some of this. It wasn't very expensive, and I got some of this, and I started cutting out the dress that I made. Now the dress is a copy of Viv Mom's dress, but I designed it myself from sewist.com. And when I was cutting it out, I didn't lay the pattern pieces out. I just put a piece on, cut it, tried to save as much fabric. I tried to do it so that I can save as much fabric as I can, and this was what was left. I've got a width that way, and I've got a piece like that, a piece, well, I've actually got two pieces which I sewed together there because I was going to do something and then I've changed my mind. So it's a piece like that, and then a piece like this. And then when I was putting all the pieces together to put away, I suddenly realised that I've got all the pieces cut out apart from this one. This one here. And this is the front, placket that takes the buttons all the way down from, it's a shirt dress, as you know. It's a front plastic placket that goes all the way down. And that's why I started sewing the fabric together. I thought, oh, I wonder if I could make some kind of itty bitty placket. And then I thought, no, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the pattern to something else. And what I decided was, I've so far, when I told, no, let me go back a step. My last vlog about sewing patterns was telling you about a pattern that I had that I couldn't get a hold of, a simplicity pattern I couldn't get a hold of, and because it's only available on PDF. And I got some great answers from all of you. Somebody said that they had managed to get it from Sew Today, so I don't know what had happened. I think what happened was, let me backstep a bit. I tried to get some patterns on Sew Today, and I tried to get this particular pattern that I told you about, that one there, and for some reason it wouldn't let me become a member, and I don't know why, but somebody has since told me that they were able to become a member, so I'm going to go back and try again and see if it will work. But I couldn't get this pattern, so in the end I said to a few of you that I decided to make my own pattern from sewist.com. Yet another one. I've already made the Viv Mom one, the copy of the Viv Mom one. This is a copy of that one. And then someone said, well, the Aspen dress by, let me just find out who it is, the fold line was very similar to the one that I wanted. And I said, oh, yes, that is. So I'll show you what that looks like. That looks like this one. And what I liked about was there were what I would call a proper sized woman. They didn't have skinny bodies, they were proper sized people, and I thought that's rather nice. Put a picture of one there, the Aspen dress here, and I'll put a picture of the other one there so you can see what I'm talking about. It's got the same zip pattern, and it's got the same placket pockets on that go over the boob area. Now I happen to see a couple of people who've made the Aspen dress and I thought it was lovely. Both of them loved what they made, but I didn't like the big pockets. I wasn't keen on 2 big pockets put there. And probably because I thought, well, with me having a bigger bust, it's just going to draw everybody's eye to my bust. So I'm debating on whether I should do that or whether I should change it a little bit. But then I started thinking, well, I started thinking about this pattern here, this green fabric that I'm having problems with, this green fabric here. I started thinking, well, I haven't got a placket for this. So I thought, I'm going to try something. So I've so far sewn the sides, the front to the back of the skirt. And then I tried to see whether it would fit at the front without, because I haven't got this, I haven't got this placket down the front. So I did the front to the back at the sides, and then I could see that I actually still had overlap. So then I thought about it, and I thought, ooh, I might change this Viv Mom dress and make it into a slightly aspen dress, but without the gathers on the skirt. So at the moment, I'll show you where I'm at the moment. I've got the skirt here. That's the back, this is the front. This is the back, that's the front. And I know I've got a jumper on, so you won't be able to tell. But basically, it wraps round, and I can get away with, I can even take it in. I could get away with it not overlapping and not having a welt on. So that, I then thought, right, well, I don't need to do that. I could make it into a skirt where just the top is open. So I figured I could sew the skirt down the front seam and make it into a skirt with no opening, and then have the opening on the top. But then I thought about this aspen dress there, and this other one that I've got, the one that I made, that I designed from sews.com, and I thought, why not make it into a one with a zip on? So I went into my bag of zips, and I came across this really long one that's got a little ring on, and I'm busy doing it already here, and I've thought, oh, I'll have this zip that goes there. So if I pull that up, you can see I've only got half a bodice, but I thought that might be quite nice with a little zip in the middle, and I'll put my collar on there and have that there. I think I've got a collar stand, so it's going to look quite nice, like a shirt type thing, with this down the middle. And obviously it's too long there, so I'm going to cut that, but I'm going to make it a little bit shorter and have it so there's fabric there, so that I'm not sewing this, because this zip is a metal one. I don't want to sew that metal into the waistband, so I'm going to cut it a bit shorter and have a little piece of fabric covering that over. So that is what I'm doing at the moment. I've decided I'm going to do it like this and have a zip at the front. So basically, it's going to be a Viv Mom aspen dress come simplicity PDF. So watch this space and we'll see what it's like. Now the other thing, I've been doing my little clementine. Someone said, is it not a fox? And if I get the book, hang on, if I pull the book out, where is it? Is that it? Yeah. Someone asked, is Clementine not a fox? Now, let me see, that's the fox, that's Clementine, and then you've got Luna, and I've already made Luna. Do you want to see Luna? Luna I made ages ago, several years ago, probably even down during lockdown, but I'll go and show you Luna. This is Luna. This is my little Luna, and I have a little lace, her little belt, her ears are a bit floppy there, but little Luna. And little Luna has been sitting on my IKEA chair here, a little IKEA chair, and I've got to have a little one of these to hold her in place so that she doesn't fall off. So if I do that, and I basically take her dress and put it on like that, and there she is, and she's been sitting up on a little shelf, and I think her ears are a little bit on the tilty side now, but that's little Luna. And this is Clementine. Now I've been playing on with her This is Clementine so far. So she's about the same size, same height. And I did have the arms put on, and then I took them off. Why did I take them off? Can't remember why I took them off. There was a reason I took them off. Let me put Luna back. Ooh. And I've also moved her neck down. I've sunk her neck into the body a lot more. So I've got to reposition these. Oh, I know why. I made a dress and I wasn't liking the way her dress was sitting on her body. So instead I have reorganized her arms. I'm not sure whether I should do the button bit or whether I should just try and sew the arms onto her like that. But the dress I made is a little one like this, which I put some little pink lace on, and it's a one that crosses over on the front. I've got some pins on here because I've actually had to raise the bodice a bit for her. So I'm busy on with that. You'll see what the finished product is when it's all done. But the Clementine one that you see here, she has a little dress with flowers on, a bit of velvet, and this bit here, the pink bit, is like a net on it. Well, I haven't done anything like that, but I might try making another dress if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to. But that's how far I've got with Clementine. In case you're interested, it's Luna Lapin's Friends. Over 20 sewing patterns for heirloom dolls and their exquisite handmade clothing. And as I say, you get Luna with her dress there. The other book that I started with was Luna Lapin. Where is that one? This is the original book I had, which is Making Luna Lapin. And with this one you can make a little coat, you can make a scarf. There are lots of patterns in the back that you can make, and you can make her armchair. Let me just show you. Right, you can make a male rabbit there. That's the male version with a waistcoat, and that is Alfie. Alfie is the male one. And if I can find another one, Luna's got a polka dot dress there, and another one in this one. She has a little lace cardigan and a dress, and then there are several more, but let me just show you. It also, or you can make denims for the boy one, little denims. And what I want to show you is well, you've got Luna's coat. I think that's a lovely little coat that she's got here. Let me just find it. That's Luna's coat with a little scarf, a patchworky type of scarf. And we'll get there in the end. I'm trying to find, where is it? Come on, come on. There's more things. There's bags and things to make a little bag and a skirt. Bunny boots, you can make some boots to go for her. But this is the one that and there's also a little winter cape if you want to make a little Red Riding Hood type cape. And, we'll get there. And pyjamas, there are pyjamas as well. And the one that I wanted to show you was this one. I think I've just shown you the spotty dress. But there's a pattern to make the little chair. So that might be another one. I might make a couple of chairs for these to sit in. This one, as I say, this has been out a long time. It's Luna Lapin, Making Luna Lapin, Sew and Dress Luna, a quiet and kind rabbit with impeccable taste. And it's the kind of little rabbit that if your granddaughter or some special relative or a friend had a little girl, you could give it to them, and some of them might look after them. It actually reminded me, my sister sent me, my sister in France was Jacqueline. We were talking about making little rag dolls, and we were talking about my mother. There's a story about my mother making rag dolls. My mum, she was 14 when she had to start working. And it was when, she always says that she remembers that war was declared on her birthday. and I think, I'm not sure if it was 14 or 15 when war was declared, but she said that they wouldn't, her mother, she had one sister and 5 or 6 brothers, and she also had half brothers and half sisters, so she said we never got Christmas presents. And she said, I always wanted a doll. I always wanted a doll. And she said, one day a lady from down the street asked her mother if Eileen, that was my mother's name, would like to have her daughter's little doll, because her daughter had grown up and had left and didn't have need for it anymore. And my mother was thrilled to bits that she got given this little doll, and she loved it so much she didn't want to play with it, she wanted to look after it. So she put it on a bookshelf, or on a shelf somewhere on top. She put it on top of a chest of drawers and just left it there because she thought it was so lovely she didn't want to touch it. And then one day when she started working, she came back from work and found that the doll was gone. And she said to her mum, where's the doll gone? And her mum said, well, I've given it to another little girl down the street because you didn't play with it. And my mum said she was devastated. But she says, I would never lose my temper with my mum, so I just had to accept that. So then, because she was so upset about that, and because she was a bit of a sewer, she made a rag doll. And she started making lots of rag dolls, and she took what she was telling her people that she worked with, what she did, and they said, oh, bring it in, let us have a look at it. So she took the rag doll in, and they were so amazed at it, they started placing orders for these rag dolls. And I think she made the legs, the legs had like she used old stockings to make the legs skin coloured, and she made these rag dolls a lot. And when my daughter was born, she made a rag doll for my daughter, and she made a rag doll for my sister's daughter. I don't know what happened to the one that my daughter got. My daughter's very prone to throwing things out, but my sister had looked after it, and then fast forward to my granddaughter being little. My granddaughter was 6 or something, and she sent a message to me and said, Grandma, would you make me a rag doll? And I was telling my sister about this. She was talking about my mum in a communication from France. She was talking about my mum, and I said, well, Mum always treasured that doll, and then it got taken off her, and that's why she made rag dolls. And my sister said, yes, she made 2 rag dolls for me, one for Joanna, and one for her and one for Joanna, or something like that. There was quite a big number of years between the 2 of them, and she showed me the 2 pictures. And I said, well, my daughter's lost hers. I don't know, oh, she's thrown it away. I don't know where it's gone to. And I said, I actually made one for my granddaughter. And this was the one that I made for my granddaughter. Now, I wouldn't imagine that my granddaughter's got it either. But as I say, we were talking about these rag dolls. And we were saying, aren't they lovely? They're lovely little mementos to keep and to remember relatives by. So this is part of the reason why I thought something like this might appeal to some of you, to make something for your grandchildren, or if you've have grandchildren, just as little memories that Grandma made this for me. So I've done Luna, and I've got Clementine to finish off. I might do the mouse. I quite fancy this little mouse. What's she called? She's called Wilhelmina the Wood Mouse. I quite fancy her. I'm not so bothered about Freddie the Badger or Reynard the Fox, but I do fancy the little mouse. Make a little dress for her. But having said that, another thing, I think I made Luna during lockdown or just before lockdown. And another thing that I made was I sent off for a little kit, and I can't remember what the kit was. But it was where they gave you a filler they gave you some bead filler to put into this, and some little eyes, and they gave you the fur fabric, which I thought it was an expensive fur fabric, but it looks as if it's a bit, it's well worn. And it was a little teddy bear, and this teddy bear has mobile joints on his arms and his legs there, and I can't remember what he's called, but he was just a little one, and he had to sew the fabric onto his feet. And the height of him is, if you want to know how tall he is, he stands about 13.5 centimeters tall. Now 13.5 centimeters in inches, and I don't, oh I have I got, no, I don't seem to have it one. Let me work it out. 10 is 4 inches. He's about 5 or 6 inches tall. So he's not very big, but he's lovely, and he's got little black eyes. I don't know if you can see the little black eyes in them. They gave you the eyes, and you had to sew the thread and everything, sew the nose. I just thought it was lovely. It was a tiny little one. I do think his arms he looks a bit like, from the back, he looks a bit like an ape with the length of his arms. But that must be what teddy bears are like, and so I thought that was cute. And I'm not sure if I made that before, during or after COVID, but it's yet another little teddy bear that you can sit and sew. It's all hand sewn, and you can sit and sew it in front of the TV or while you're doing something else, you know, just while you're listening to people, while people are talking to you, and you know, when you've got guests, you can just sit and putter on and sew this as you go, you know, while you're talking. So this little one, I can't remember what he's called, but he was lovely, a little kit, and it made me think I could make more of those. So those are the things that I'm busy doing. So I'm doing I've got the Clementine to finish off. I have this corduroy dress to do, and already I have 2 lots of fabric that have come, and I'm looking forward to making those 2 things up. But I'll tell you more about that next time, because I've been on rather a long time. I'm going to love you and leave you, and catch you next time. Bye!